I doubt it, said Albert glumly. I don't think I will ever pass the exams for the school diploma. He told his cousin Elsa the same next time she came to Munich. Normally, she lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. I'm sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried, she said. I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are, who get through. They say you don't have to know anything. You don't have to understand what you are taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exams. That's the whole trouble, said Albert. I am no good at learning things by heart. You don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. You just don't try. And yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa. What is the one you're reading? A book on geology. Geology? Rocks and things? Do you learn that? No, we have hardly any science at school. Then why are you studying it? Because I like it. Isn't that good enough a reason? Elsa sighed. You are right, of course, Albert, she said. But it won't help you with your diploma. So then what happened? That Acha, let's read the page first. Apart from books on apart fr- sorry, apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. That wailing gets on my nerves, she said. There is enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. I must get away from here, he told Yuri after 6 months alone in Munich. It is absurd that I should go on like this. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. It will be better for all if I stop now. And then what will you do? Yuri asked. I don't know. If I go to Milan, I am afraid my father will send me back. Unless his eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? I know a lot of medical students and some of them are friendly, said Yuri. Doctor, no, I have never had enough money to go to one. Why? Suppose, said Albert, that I had a nervous breakdown. Suppose a doctor would say it is bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. So what happened here is that Albert is going to get a plan, but let's go through what conversations he had with other people also. So when Yuri told him that he would also become a university student someday, Albert sorrowfully with a very sad tone said that he doubted it. He was not sure that he would ever pass the school exam, get the diploma and go to a school because he was not performing very well academically. His result was showing very bad marks. So he told Yuri that he doubted it. The same thing he told to Elsa. Now Elsa was his cousin and she lived in Berlin, but she used to visit Munich. So Albert told his cousin Elsa that he doubted if he would ever pass the school exams. So to this, Elsa replied that he could easily pass the exam because many students pass the exams, students even more stupid than Albert. So basically, Elsa considered Albert Einstein a stupid boy. Wonder what kind of world it was. So Elsa told that many stupid boys passed the exams and it was quite easy. They didn't need to learn things. They didn't need to understand things. According to Elsa, it was a challenge to understand things. Learning things was quite easy. So she told Albert that he could easily learn things like a parrot and mug them up and go and vomit them in the exam. But Albert told that this was his whole problem because he was not good at learning things by heart. All he was good at was understanding things. He could not mug up things. So Elsa was puzzled. She was bewildered because she had never heard anyone complain this. According to her, mugging up things was very easy. And it did not require a lot of effort, but understanding things did. So Elsa said that Albert actually did not even try to learn things. He kept on procrastinating about studies and he did not study enough. And she asked him what was the book that he kept on reading. I mean, Elsa was puzzled that this boy Albert Einstein keeps on going through books, keeps on reading several books, but he is saying that he is bad in studies. Now, how is that possible? So Albert told that he was studying geology. That particular book which he carried all the time with him, it was of geology. So Elsa asked him if that was a subject in the school, if that was an official subject in the school. So Albert said that no, it wasn't an official subject. It was not required to be studied for passing the examination. So Elsa asked him then why he was studying that book. Why was he studying rocks and things? Why was he studying geology? If something is not supposed to be asked in the examination, why would you study that? Basic logic. So Albert told that he was studying it because he liked it. And he asked Elsa if it wasn't good enough a reason. He asked Elsa that can't people study things just because they like them? Is study necessarily bound to be done only for examinations? To that, Elsa sighed. Now, what is the meaning of sighing? Sighing means to let out a long, deep breath that shows that you are tired, sad, disappointed. मतलब ये this is what Elsa did. Elsa sighed. She was quite disappointed and she had lost hope in Albert. You are right, of course, she said to Albert that okay, fine, you want to study things, but it won't help you in passing your diploma. Na? If you want to get your diploma, you need to learn things which are being taught at the school. So after that, Elsa also left. Now, apart from books on science, Albert used to find pleasure in playing violin. Okay, music was his safe haven. He used to feel very good while playing music. But that was also not allowed much in the house, because whenever he would play violin, the landlady would come complaining that stop playing that, it's very unpleasant, because violin is a very high pitched sound and basically it is kind of sad. It is not a very pleasant instrument. So the landlady would complain that this wailing gets on my nerves. What is the meaning of wailing? Crying loudly. Gets on my nerves. When anything makes you feel anxious, you say that it is getting on my nerves. So this landlady said that this unpleasant sound of a violin, this crying sound of a violin gets me anxious. And then she would complain that already her children used to howl all day long. What is the meaning of howling? Crying. So Albert wanted to tell her that you are the reason, lady, that your children keep on crying. Stop beating them. If you won't beat them, they won't cry. But he controlled himself. He decided not to say anything to the landlady, because then what would happen? She would throw him out of his house, out of the room. So that's why Albert kept quiet. After that what happened? Yuri came again to meet Albert after 6 months. And this time Albert told him about his problem. He said that he was getting worse with the day, and that he felt that it was not making any sense going to school. He said that it is absurd that I should go on like this. He felt that there is no sense of going to school because I am learning nothing. I am just getting scolded every day, and this is affecting me already. So he told Yuri about this, and then he said that he wanted to leave the school and go away. So Yuri asked that what was the plan. If he wanted to leave the school, it's fine, but what would he do after that? Where would he go? So Albert said that he had thought of going back to Milan, where his father lived. But Albert knew that his father won't allow him coming back without the diploma. And then suddenly Albert's eyes gleamed. Albert's eyes shined with an idea. His brain was struck with an idea, and an idea sparked in his mind. And what was that idea? That idea was if he could contact a doctor. And what kind of doctor? A friendly doctor. A doctor who would agree with whatever he would say, so that he could get a written prescription, a written medical certificate, which would suggest that he was having a nervous breakdown. Now, what is a nervous breakdown? A nervous breakdown is a mental condition. It's a psychological condition. In nervous breakdown, a person becomes anxious, depressed, and several other problems manifest due to nervous breakdown. So Albert wanted some doctor to write a fake medical certificate suggesting that he was having a nervous breakdown and asking him not to go to school anymore, because school was the reason of the nervous breakdown. This is what he wanted the medical certificate to say. That's why he asked Yuri if he knew any friendly doctor. So let me explain this again to you in a friendly language, Hindi. तो एल्बर्ट ने यूरी से कहा कि उसको नहीं लगता था कि वो कभी एग्जाम पास कर पाएगा. और यही बात उसने एल्सा को भी बताई जब एल्सा उससे मिलने आई। एल्सा उसकी कजिन थी जो यूं बर्लिन में रहा करती थी, जहाँ पर उसके पिताजी का बिजनेस था। और जब उसने एल्सा को ये बताया कि उसको लगता नहीं था कि वो कभी स्कूल पास कर पाएगा, तब एल्सा ने उसे बताया कि ऐसा कोई कठिन काम नहीं है स्कूल को पास करना, स्कूल के एग्जाम्स पास करना। आपको बस चीज़ें याद करनी है और जाके एग्जाम में रिपीट करनी है। इस बात को लेकर एल्बर्ट ने कहा, यही तो समस्या है, मुझसे चीज़ें याद नहीं होती। आई कैन नॉट मग अप थिंग्स, आई कैन नॉट गेट थिंग्स बाय हार्ट। तो एल्सा ने कहा, लेकिन ये तो बहुत आसान है, बहुत बेवकूफ़ लड़के भी कर लेते हैं, तुम भी कर लोगे एल्बर्ट। और आइंस्टाइन ने कहा, नहीं मुझसे नहीं होता। तो एल्सा ने कहा कि तुम कोशिश नहीं करते हो, तुम पढ़ते तो रहते हो कोई ना कोई किताब, लेकिन तुम जाने क्या पढ़ते रहते हो, ये कौन सी किताब तुम लेके घूमते हो। तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा, ये जियोलॉजी की किताब है। एल्सा ने कहा, जियोलॉजी यानी ये रॉक्स एंड थिंग्स, यानी कुछ अर्थ और स्टोन्स को लेके कुछ स्टडी होती है जियोलॉजी। तो एल्सा ने कहा, क्या तुम्हें स्कूल में ये पढ़ाया जाता है, क्या ये तुम्हारा एक सब्जेक्ट है। तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा, नहीं जियोलॉजी मेरा कोई सब्जेक्ट नहीं है। तो एल्सा ने पूछा, फिर क्यों पढ़ते हो, अपना वक्त क्यों बर्बाद करते हो इस पे। तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा कि मैं इसलिए पढ़ता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे जियोलॉजी इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है, अच्छा लगता है। क्या ये एक अच्छा कारण नहीं है किसी भी चीज़ को पढ़ने के लिए। एल्सा ने साय किया, यानी एक ऐसी सांस ली जिससे आप जताते हो कि आप सामने वाले में उम्मीद खो चुके हो, जिसे इस तरीके से लिया जाता है, हाँ। एल्सा ने कहा, हाँ हाँ एल्बर्ट, सही बात है, अच्छी बात है कि तुम ये सब चीज़ें पढ़ रहे हो, लेकिन इससे तुम पास नहीं हो पाओगे। इस तरीके से इनका कॉन्वर्सेशन ख़त्म हुआ और फिर एल्बर्ट को साइंस पढ़ने के अलावा सिर्फ म्यूज़िक में थोड़ा बहुत आनंद मिलता था, आराम मिलता था, और वो वायलिन बजाया करता था। लेकिन वायलिन भी उसे बजाने की ज़्यादा अनुमति नहीं थी। जब भी वो वायलिन बजाता था तब उसकी लैंडलेडी आकर उस पर चिल्लाती थी कि अरे मत बजाओ, ये इसके अंदर से बड़ी मनहूस सी आवाज़ें आती हैं और मेरे घर में बच्चे वैसे ही दिन भर रोते रहते हैं। एल्बर्ट की बड़ी इच्छा थी उनको बताने की कि आपके बच्चे इसलिए रोते हैं क्योंकि आप उन्हें पीटती हैं, उन्हें पीटना बंद कर दीजिए। लेकिन एल्बर्ट ने खुद को रोक लिया, क्या पता वो उसे घर से निकाल देती। और फिर एल्बर्ट से वापस से यूरी मिलने आया एक दिन, और एल्बर्ट और यूरी की बातचीत में एल्बर्ट ने कहा, मुझे लगता है कि मुझे स्कूल छोड़ देना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये बड़ा विचित्र सी स्थिति है कि मैं स्कूल जाता रहूँ, वहाँ मैं कुछ सीख तो रहा नहीं हूँ, वहाँ पे बस मुझे डांटा जाता है, और मैं अंत में होगा ये कि मैं मेरे पिताजी का बहुत सारा पैसा और सबका वक्त बर्बाद करके बैठ जाऊँगा। तो यूरी ने पूछा, तुम स्कूल छोड़ना चाहते हो, लेकिन तुम जाओगे कहाँ। तो एल्बर्ट ने बोला कि मैं वापस चला जाऊंगा, हालांकि मुझे पता है कि पिताजी मुझे वापस भेज देंगे। और उतने में एल्बर्ट के दिमाग में आया एक मज़ेदार आइडिया, और एल्बर्ट ने यूरी से पूछा कि क्या तुम्हारी पहचान में कोई फ्रेंडली डॉक्टर है, कोई ऐसा डॉक्टर है जो हमसे दोस्ती कर सकेगा। तो यूरी ने बोला कि मैं कई डॉक्टरों को जानता हूँ, कई डॉक्टर्स को तो नहीं जानता, मैं कई ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स को जानता हूँ जो डॉक्टर बनने वाले हैं, मैं उनका दोस्त हूँ, लेकिन मैं किसी डॉक्टर को नहीं जानता क्योंकि मेरे पास कभी इतने पैसे रहे ही नहीं कि मैं किसी डॉक्टर के पास जा सकूँ, गरीबी थी और डॉक्टर महंगे थे। तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा, अच्छा अगर हमारे पास ऐसा कोई डॉक्टर आ जाए जो ये एक फर्जी, एक जाली मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट बना दे जिस पे लिखा हो कि मुझे नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन है और मुझे स्कूल से दूर रहना चाहिए, तो हमारा काम बन जाएगा। नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन एक साइकोलॉजिकल कंडीशन होती है जिसके अंदर इंसान को एंग्जाइटी यानी बहुत ज़्यादा चिंता, पैनिक अटैक्स और डिप्रेशन और जाने क्या क्या होने लगता है। तो एल्बर्ट ने अपने मन में एक प्लान बनाया था कि अगर उसे किसी डॉक्टर ने ये लिख कर दे दिया कि स्कूल की वजह से आपकी तबीयत बिगड़ रही है, आप स्कूल जाना बंद कर दीजिए, तो एल्बर्ट को स्कूल से मुक्ति मिल जाएगी। आई कांट इमेजिन अ डॉक्टर सेइंग दैट, सेड यूरी। आई मस्ट ट्राई, said Albert, to find a doctor who specializes in nerves. There are plenty of them, Yuri told him. He hesitated for a moment and then added rather reluctantly, I'll ask some of the students if they know one, if you like. Will you? Oh, thank you, Yuri. Albert's eyes were shining. Wait a moment. I haven't found one yet. Oh, but you will. And if I do, I don't know if he will be willing to help you. He will, declared Albert. I am going to have a real nervous breakdown to make it easier for him. He laughed merrily. I have never seen you looking less nervous, remarked Yuri. A day or two at school will soon put that right, Albert assured him. Certainly, he had lost his high spirits when Yuri saw him next. I can't stand it any longer, he said. I really shall have a nervous breakdown that will satisfy any doctor. Keep it up then, said Yuri. I have found a doctor for you. You have? Albert's face lit up. Oh, good. When can I see him? I have an appointment for you tomorrow evening, Yuri said. Here's the address. He handed Albert a piece of paper. Dr. Ernst Wheel. Is he a specialist in nervous troubles? asked Albert. Not exactly, Yuri admitted. As a matter of fact, he only qualified as a doctor last week. You may even be his first patient. You knew him as a student then. I have known Ernst for years. Yuri hesitated for a few moments. He is not a fool, he warned Albert. What do you mean? Don't try to pull the wool over his eyes. That's all. Be frank with him, but don't pretend you have got what you haven't. Not that you would deceive anyone, Yuri added. You are the world's worst liar. Albert spent the next day wondering what to tell the doctor. When the time arrived for his appointment, he had worried over it so much that he was actually quite nervous. So then what happened is that when he told Yuri about his plan of getting a fake medical certificate, Yuri told him that he didn't think any doctor would do that for them. He didn't think that any doctor would write a fake medical certificate for students. So Albert was persistent and he said that he should at least try once. And he wanted a doctor who would be a specialist in nerves. He wanted a psychiatrist. So what is a specialist in nerves? A person who knows the nervous system, the brain. A psychiatrist, basically. Then Yuri said that there are plenty of psychologists out there, psychiatrists out there, and he would ask his friends if they knew anyone. So Albert was very happy and his eyes were shining with joy, and he was like, he was very grateful towards Yuri. But then Yuri told him that he hadn't found one yet. He did not need to be so much excited. He needed to, what is it said? He needed to control himself. So then Albert encouraged him by saying that no, you will. I am sure you will. And then Yuri said that even if I find a doctor, I am not sure he will be willing to help you. But Albert was sure. Albert declared that the doctor would help them. And then Albert added that he would have a real nervous breakdown to make it easier for the doctor. He would have a real psychological problem so that the doctor does not even have to lie. So Yuri said that, but you have been the same person all the time. I have never seen you looking less nervous. You have always been the same anxious and panicky person complaining about things. And Albert said that, don't worry, let me go to school for a while. I will get even more depressed. And surely, when Yuri met him the next time, Albert actually had lost all his high spirits. Now, what is the meaning of high spirits? Enthusiasm for life. Not that Albert had a lot of enthusiasm for life earlier. This is what the writer is writing in a very clever way, that high spirits, whatever enthusiasm that Albert had was also lost going to school more. So then what happened? Albert told him that he could not stand it any longer, that he could not tolerate it any longer, and that he was actually going to have a nervous breakdown if he continued going to the school. Then Yuri asked him not to worry because he had finally found a doctor. And Albert's face lit up. He was very happy and he wanted to meet the doctor as soon as possible. So Yuri gave him the address and told him the name of the doctor was Dr. Ernst Weil. Yuri also told him that he was a friend of the doctor was a friend of Yuri's, and Yuri also told him that the doctor had qualified as a doctor the previous week only. He was not a very experienced doctor, and Albert could be his first patient. And then Yuri revealed that Ernst Weil was a friend of his, was a close friend. He had known Ernst Weil for many years. And then Yuri warned Albert not to pull the wool over his eyes. What is the meaning of pulling wool? To fool anyone. आँख में धूल झोंकना. तो this guy Yuri told Albert not to be very clever and not to pretend having a disease which he didn't have. He asked him to be frank and truthful with the doctor because he knew Ernst Weil. He knew that Ernst Weil was not a stupid fellow. He would recognize Albert's lies and he would see through his lies, and he would tell very easily that Albert was lying. I said the same thing thrice in different ways. Anyway, so the next day Albert was very nervous. He was thinking what to tell to the doctor. So he was so nervous that he actually looked very anxious. तो हुआ ये कि यूरी जब एल्बर्ट ने जब यूरी को बता दिया अपने आइडिया के बारे में, तब यूरी ने कहा कि हाँ ठीक है, कोई डॉक्टर ढूंढा जा सकता है, लेकिन मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ कि वो तुम्हारी मदद करेगा. एल्बर्ट काफ़ी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक था, काफ़ी आशावादी था. उसने कहा कि नहीं तुम डॉक्टर ढूंढ भी लोगे और वो हमारी मदद करेगा भी. और फिर अगली बार जब यूरी एल्बर्ट से मिलने आया तब एल्बर्ट और ज़्यादा डिप्रेस हो चुका था, क्योंकि वो स्कूल जाता रहा उस समय और हर दिन एल्बर्ट के लिए स्कूल में यातनाओं के एक सफ़र के जैसा था। और फिर यूरी ने एल्बर्ट को बताया कि अब तुम ज़्यादा चिंता मत करो, एक डॉक्टर मिल गया है। और एल्बर्ट बड़ा खुश हुआ। एल्बर्ट ने बोला, अरे वाह, तुमने एक डॉक्टर ढूंढ निकाला, क्या वो एक साइकेट्रिस्ट है? तो यूरी ने कहा, नहीं नहीं, साइकेट्रिस्ट नहीं है, बल्कि वो तो अभी ही डॉक्टर बना है पिछले हफ्ते, और अर्नस्ट व्हील उसका नाम है। और फिर यूरी ने कहा कि वो मेरा काफ़ी पुराना दोस्त है। लेकिन एल्बर्ट, मैं तुमको एक बात बताना चाहूँगा कि मैं अर्नस्ट को अच्छे से जानता हूँ, वो मूर्ख नहीं है। उसके सामने झूठ मत बोलना, ऐसी कोई बीमारी होने का नाटक मत करना जो तुम्हें नहीं है, क्योंकि वो काफ़ी चतुर है, वो समझ जाएगा कि तुम झूठ बोल रहे हो। उसकी आंखों में धूल झोंकने की कोशिश मत करना। एल्बर्ट ने बोला कि ठीक है, नहीं बोलेंगे झूठ। लेकिन अगले दिन कि डॉक्टर को क्या कहना है, ये बारे में सोच सोच के, इस बारे में सोच सोच के ही एल्बर्ट काफ़ी एंग्शियस हो ही गया। और फिर उसकी मुलाकात हुई डॉक्टर से। I don't really know how to describe my trouble, Dr. Wheel, he began. Don't try, said the young doctor with a friendly smile. Yuri has already given me a history of the case. Oh, what did he say? Only that you want me to think you have had a nervous breakdown and say that you must not go back to that school. Oh dear, Albert's face fell. He shouldn't have told you that. Why not? Isn't it true then? Yes, that's the trouble. Now you will say there is nothing wrong with me and you will tell me to go back to school. Don't be too sure of that, said the doctor. As a matter of fact, I am pretty sure you are in a nervous state about that school. But I haven't told you anything about it, said Albert, wide eyed. How can you know that? Because you would not have come to see me about this if you hadn't been pretty close to a nervous breakdown. That's why. Now, said the doctor briskly, if I certify that you have had a nervous breakdown and must stay away from school for a while, what will you do? I'll go to Italy, said Albert, to Milan, where my parents are. And what will you do there? I'll try to get into an Italian college or institute. How can you without a diploma? I'll ask my mathematics teacher to give me something about my work, and perhaps that will be enough. I have learnt all the maths they teach at school, and a bit more, he added, when Dr. V looked doubtful. Well, it is up to you, he said. I doubt if it will come off, but I can see you are not doing yourself or anyone else much good by staying here. How long would you like me to say you should stay away from school? Would 6 months be all right? This is very kind of you. It's nothing. I have only just stopped being a student myself, so I know how you feel. Here you are. Dr. Wheel handed him the certificate. And the best of luck. How much? Nothing. If you have anything to spare, invite Yuri to a meal. He is a good friend of mine. And yours too, I think. Albert had no money to spare, but he pretended he had and took Yuri out to supper. So what happened here is that Albert finally met the doctor, and he was at a loss of words. He could not pick the correct words to explain his problem, because obviously he wanted to look nervous, he wanted to look anxious, he wanted the doctor to believe that he had a nervous breakdown, but he didn't know how to explain this. But as soon as he started, Dr. Wheel stopped him. And Dr. Wheel told him that he knew everything. He told that Yuri had told him everything, and he knew that Albert wanted him to write a certificate which would claim that he had a nervous breakdown and that he should stay away from school. To this, Albert said, "Oh dear." Now, what is "oh dear"? It's a polite expression of dismay or worry. Okay, like in Hindi, whenever something bad goes, we say na, "Are re." Hey Bhagwan. In English, they say, "Oh dear." And he said that Yuri should not have told this to the doctor. The doctor was curious that why Yuri shouldn't have told this. So Albert said that because now the doctor would not write the fake medical certificate. But the doctor said that he was being too quick to decide this. Albert was being too quick to decide this. And he said that as a matter of fact. Now, what is the meaning of matter of fact? As a plain fact, not affected by any emotion. The doctor was saying that even without having any emotion for you, even if not empathizing for you, as a matter of fact, as a plain fact, I am telling you that I am quite sure you are actually having a nervous breakdown. So Albert was like, but I haven't told you anything about my problem. How can you say this? Albert was wide eyed. He was so curious that his eyes were big at that moment. So the doctor said that if Albert had not actually had a nervous breakdown, or if he were not actually that close to a nervous breakdown, he would not have risked coming to a doctor. Because going to a doctor for a fake medical certificate, that too being a student, is a big risk to take. So if Albert was taking such a risk, it meant that there was actually something bothering him. And then very quickly the doctor started writing the certificate, and he asked if the certificate should mention that he should away from the school for a while, if that would be okay. And what would he do? So Albert told that he would go to Italy, and he would join some Italian institute to study further. So the doctor asked that how would he get admission in a university, because he did not have a school diploma. So Albert told that he would get a reference letter from his mathematics teacher. At that time, perhaps if a teacher wrote good things for you, you might get some admission in some university. So that was Albert's plan. He was also not very sure if he would get the admission, but that was his only hope, that he would get a letter of recommendation from his mathematics teacher. The doctor looked doubtful. He thought that, is that even possible? So Albert told him that, matlab, the doctor was doubtful if the mathematics teacher would actually write a letter for him. Because Albert was a bad student, everybody knew this. So Albert told him that he was very good in maths, and he learnt everything about maths at school, and something more than that. He had learnt extra things also. Then finally doctor said that okay, it was his decision. He wrote the recommendation, and he asked if it would be all right for him to write that for 6 months he should stay away from school. Albert was very grateful that at least for 6 months he was going to be away from the school, and he was going to be free. Then the doctor wrote the letter, and Albert asked how much he needed to pay to him. So the doctor said that no, you don't need to pay me. Just give Yuri a treat, because he is a friend of mine and he is also poor. So just take him out for a treat. It would be good. Achha, by the way, the doctor also said that I have just stopped being a student myself. In this third last paragraph, how wonderful this is. The doctor is understanding Albert's situation because he was a student himself a few weeks ago. So he knew what students feel like in very authoritative schools, authoritative institutes. Students feel stifled, they feel suffocated. So the doctor was empathizing with Albert's situation. So then finally he told Albert that he did not need any money, and he would like if Albert took Yuri out for a treat. Albert did not have enough money, but he managed somehow to take Yuri out for supper. तो क्या हुआ, जब डॉक्टर से एल्बर्ट की मुलाकात हुई, एल्बर्ट ने उन्हें अपनी समस्या समझाना शुरू ही की कि डॉक्टर ने बोला कि मत बताओ, मैं सब समझता हूँ. एल्बर्ट ने पूछा कैसे? तो डॉक्टर ने कहा कि मुझे यूरी ने बता दिया है कि आपकी क्या समस्या है. आप चाहते हो कि मैं आपके लिए एक फर्जी लेटर लिख दूं कि आपको एक नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन है. तो एल्बर्ट घबरा गया. उसने बोला कि ये तो गलत कर दिया उसने, क्योंकि अब तो आप मेरे लिए लेटर लिखोगे नहीं. तो डॉक्टर ने बोला ऐसा नहीं है, मैं आपकी स्थिति देखकर समझ पा रहा हूँ कि आप एक्चुअल में नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन के शिकार हो चुके हो या होने वाले हो. तो एल्बर्ट ने बोला लेकिन आपको कैसे पता? मैंने तो आपको मेरी समस्या के बारे में अभी कुछ ढंग से बताया ही नहीं. तो डॉक्टर ने कहा कि अगर तुम एक्चुअल में नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन के शिकार होने नहीं वाले होते या तुम सही में बीमार नहीं होते तो तुम इतना बड़ा रिस्क नहीं लेते. क्योंकि एक स्टूडेंट का एक डॉक्टर तक जाना एक फर्जी सर्टिफिकेट के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा प्रमाण है कि एक्चुअल में कोई चीज़ है जो स्टूडेंट को बहुत ज़्यादा तंग कर रही है. इतना बड़ा रिस्क कोई भी स्टूडेंट क्यों लेगा? और फिर उस डॉक्टर ने एल्बर्ट के लिए एक सर्टिफिकेट लिखा जिसमें उन्होंने लिखा कि उसको नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन है और उसको स्कूल से कम 6 महीने के लिए दूर रहना चाहिए. एल्बर्ट इस बात को लेकर काफ़ी खुश था. जब डॉक्टर ने पूछा कि वो आगे क्या करेगा, तब एल्बर्ट ने कहा कि वो किसी इंस्टीट्यूट में मैथ्स पढ़ेगा. जब डॉक्टर ने पूछा कि बिना स्कूल डिप्लोमा के उसे एडमिशन कैसे मिलेगा किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट में, तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा कि वो अपने मैथमेटिक्स टीचर से एक रेफरेंस लेटर लिखवा लेगा, लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन लिखवा लेगा. इस बात को लेकर थोड़े से संदेह में थे डॉक्टर साहब, लेकिन उन्होंने बोला कि ठीक है, अब तुमने जो सोचा है वो करो तुम, मैं तुम्हारे लिए लेटर लिख देता हूँ. जब सर्टिफिकेट लिख देता हूँ। जब एल्बर्ट ने पूछा कि कितने पैसे हुए, तब डॉक्टर ने कहा कि मुझे पैसे मत दो, तुम इसी पैसे से यूरी को ट्रीट दे दो, क्योंकि वो मेरा बड़ा अच्छा दोस्त है। एल्बर्ट के पास यूं बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे नहीं हुआ करते थे, लेकिन उसने जैसे तैसे यूरी को डिनर ज़रूर करवाया, सपर करवाया। दिन का आखिरी भोजन होता है सपर। अब वो डिनर भी होता है और कभी कभी लोग डिनर के बाद में भी कुछ खा लिया करते हैं। तो सपर जो होता है वो थोड़ा सा वेग टर्म है। दिन का आखिरी खाना एल्बर्ट ने यूरी को ट्रीट में बाहर ले जाके खिलाया।